This is already so funny. Hmm? I'm lying on the floor. I wonder if I can. I'm not gonna do that because I don't know how this is recording and what position it's gonna be in. But I'm on the floor with my legs on the bed. It's an exercise that I do sometimes for my back and for. I'm saying for my back even though I don't have any problems with my back. It's just decompression of sorts, and I like it. So I'm on the floor doing that, and I thought, what better time to record? I'm holding this with my arms up, so if my arms get tired, it's gonna flop straight on my face. What do I want to say? What do I want to share? I've really considered sharing my Vipassana experience and whether I want to share it or not, whether it's just going to turn into that thing that everybody does, because it seems to have become a spirituality, spiritual community kind of trend of I'm going to do a Vipassana retreat, I'm going to do a darkness retreat, I'm going to do ayahuasca, I'm going to all this stuff, and I don't know, it's just I think it was one of those things that I just wanted to experience for myself and and yeah, it being a personal thing rather than it being content. So what I am going to share is not the experience that I had necessarily, but how I feel now. What's the day? Tuesday. So the course ended on Sunday, and I went back to work today. And generally, when I used to experience something incredible after being part of a retreat, it would take me forever and it would be very hard for me to be back in my body. I would just go out of my body so much and experience all these mystical experiences and magic and a lot of energy and all of it. This was the exact opposite. Instead of taking me out of my body, it put me in my body even more. And I feel like it grounded me a lot. And it's such a simple process. It's so hard at the same time and easy. My mind still cannot wrap around the whole thing of how it's hard and it's also easy at the same time. And even going back to work, I was I had thoughts throughout the when I was over there at the retreat. I had thoughts of I wonder whether I'm gonna find it hard or not to go back to work and not at all. And I think it is because I enjoy what I'm doing. And I don't see it as work. I don't see it. It's so interesting how many things have changed inside of me that I don't have this levels kind of energy when it comes to people. Like this is my boss, and I should have this energy around them, and these are my colleagues, and I should have this energy. No, it's everybody the same. Everybody's the same. And it's not to say that it's disrespectful in any kind of way, even though hearing myself use that word is like there is some sort of an expectation somewhere or some sort of something. But there is no question of any of that. Like we're all bloody goofy and fooling around and doing serious work as well. But it's fun. And this is what I wanted initially when I wrote down about this job. Like it's it's just getting better and better every time. So one thing that is happening over there, I think I shared a little bit about this. One of my bosses has from the beginning seen me and the explanation or the description of how seen the most authentic version of self. And honestly, hearing myself saying that out loud sounds so bloody cringe because it feels like everybody, especially in the spiritual community, wants to be the most authentic version of self, which means probably having colored hair and wearing all kinds of beads. And I'm judging. I can hear myself. I can hear the voice that I just pulled with that. Just fucking judgment right there. I'm judging those people that are a bit, I don't know, you have to be a certain way and look a certain way and, oh, being the most authentic version of myself and fuck you, because I'm just gonna be me. It's not like that at all. It includes a lot of truth and being that truth for myself, for nobody else. And I have noticed since starting work here, I've never tried to convince anybody of my beliefs or to try to fix anybody, which is such a big deal for me because I'm the recovering people pleaser and codependent person. So if you were to attach any labels, so for me, it's a really big deal to not have that need to fix anybody or anything, even though I have been given full reign into organizing, which is also a part of what I do. And I love doing just to organize shit, whether it's physical or software or whatever, just tidy up shit. I love tidying up shit. I love cleaning up. I'm so bloody good at it too. So I've been given full reign in here to just organize and put stuff away and tidy up, which has been so fucking rewarding for me. So this one boss that sees me, and today, and a little bit of what he shared was that the others seem to start listening a little bit more to what I have to say, even though it's not like I'm trying anything. It's just me talking about my experiences or how I see shit and stuff like that. And where I'm going with this whole story is how my internal world and all the internal work that I have done, how it's being reflected on the outside now. And I'm not even looking for it. I'm not looking for recognition from people. I'm not looking for validation. I'm not looking for praises for any of that. I'm just being me. And it's pretty fun. So same after the Vipassana experience, I feel as previously in this year that I have crossed another threshold of sorts, even though it's completely different to whatever I've had before. I feel like an ending has happened again and a new beginning has started at the same time, but it's a continuous flow. It's they're intertwined somehow. It's not like there's an abrupt ending somewhere and an abrupt start right after or in between or whatever. It's just a nice flow and they're intertwined somehow. Whoa. My hands, I keep swapping hands with holding the phone. And it seems that this has been the theme of my year, the crossing. What is it with this word right now? The crossing of thresholds, endings and new beginnings, and stepping into now. I don't think stepping into that is a saying, but I guess stepping into more of myself, but remembering more of myself or letting go of parts that were in mine to just allow the, the version of me that's always been there to just come out and play. I am getting cold. Lying down here. I don't know why. Maybe a shirtless sleeve, considering the weather outside right now. Wait, it's not the best of ideas. So this is the best kind of transition that anybody in the filming industry could make. Just crack up and get up. How am I gonna place this anywhere? I know. I'm gonna use my laptop. Oh, I love this part. There's my fingers as well over the camera. Hello again. Yeah, I'm done with my lying on the floor part. So I feel like I'm at a point in my life where that loving myself thing comes out a bit more, and not in a I love myself and fuck you kind of an energy, but knowing where to take myself out of situations that I don't necessarily want to be in, because I feel like that's what's happening right now. I feel like this has been present in me for a while. I just haven't felt the pressure of sorts of moving on, and right now it feels like the pressure is starting to build up, and not necessarily because God knows what particular reasons, but I have been feeling the calling of moving. I have been in this place, and when I say moving, I mean moving home. I have been in this place for, going now, May, June, July, August, September, 5 months. I've been here 5 months, and I do crave my own space. And I know I heard myself say crave, and anybody that's done Vipassana knows knows about craving and aversion. So allowing it all to unfold. This was one of the feelings, one of the bigger feelings that I had the day of coming back from the retreat. Of there is no rush. There's no rush to do anything. There's no rush to go anywhere. There's no rush to experience things. There's no rush. There is no rush. One thing that I did experience in the retreat that is a bit of a fun story. Not It's not a story. It's just an insight that I had. Is that on the first in the morning we used to do 2 hours block of meditation, and in that one day I remember having a passing thought of, oh, I'm gonna have toast for breakfast with peanut butter and jam. It just crossed. I had all sorts of thoughts in this thing, but anyway. And I could see the toast, I could see the jam, the peanut butter. I could taste the crunchiness of the peanut butter because it was crunchy peanut butter, the bitsy one. And I let go of that. But I remember when I went to the table after the meditation ended and we headed for breakfast. And I made myself the toast with the peanut butter and jam, and I sat down and I was looking at it and thinking, isn't this interesting how a few minutes ago, hour ago, I don't know, I was envisioning this toast and feeling, smelling the taste, tasting, smelling the taste. That's pretty good one, pretty good going. And now here it is, and I had the thought of what Joe Dispenza talks about sometimes of it just takes your body time to move from time to space, but the things are already there. And I thought, isn't that transferable to anything? Like this, it literally took me a little bit of time and space to move my body from one point into another to experience this toast and jam and peanut butter. And I thought, well, if I knew that that was coming, like I knew without a doubt that that was going to happen. It was a 100% knowing, no doubt, not an expectation, a knowing. So if I had that knowing, doesn't it mean that I can just relax in this moment right now? Same as anything else. And I think this is how this ties into the no rush thing. If I know all the things that I would want to experience in this life have already happened, what does that mean? It means I can relax right now because it's just going to take time and space for my body to move through it, to get to that point. And all I can do right now is relax and chill and enjoy the time that I have in this moment. So I think the toast lesson was a really good lesson for me at that point. I don't know if I've got anything else to share at the moment. I feel very good. I had I had a moment where I had a lot of moments in that whole thing, but I had one that was very important to me, the compassion part, which I don't know why. I think because of the overuse of certain terminology and words gets to me. Especially you hear old people talk about love, compassion, gratitude, and isn't y'all somehow, somewhere. And of course, this is something in me that I would need to figure out somewhere down the line. But at the moment, I just find it funny that I have words that piss me off because of their overuse. But understanding that compassion, one of the discourses in the evening, and the teacher was saying something, and I can't even remember what he said, but I just remember the feeling that I had of, oh my God, this is what this person is teaching me in my life right now. Compassion. Just have compassion for this person's path and for where they are and how they understand life and how they're navigating life and how they're dealing with things that have happened or are happening. This is the way how he knows to process and whatever. Just have compassion. That is all. But I felt it. I didn't just thought it. It wasn't like an intellectual process. It was an experiential one. I experienced it in my body, what it meant to have this compassion for this person and for their path. And after all, compassion for myself, for where I am and what I'm doing. And it just felt like the weight of the last 4 months, maybe it was weight for longer than that, but the 4 months, because this past 4 months have been a bit challenging in that respect, it just lifted. It just lifted in that fraction of a second of understanding that it was all gone. Poof, all gone. All the weight of feeling like a victim of my own life. Because as much as I intellectually understood and always know that I'm not the victim of my own life, I'm the creator of it, and there's something in me, there's always something in me that's being activated that I need to look at whenever I have a trigger. And and it just changed. The whole thing just changed. And I was gonna say that I really love where I am right now internally. And I also know the craving part and the aversion part and the anicca part, impermanence, that this too shall pass. Even this feeling that I have right now, this is going to pass through. I'm not going to be in this blissful, calm, peaceful state forever. Isn't that great? Isn't that great that I get to experience the others too? I think that's it. I'm going to go and take a shower, go to bed, do my meditation first. I really do like that practice. It's just giving me something else. I think because I've been searching somewhat for this peace that I'm feeling right now. And I didn't know I was going to find it by being in my body. I thought I was going to find it by other external things, even to the point of mystical experiences. I thought it would come through mystical experiences, out of body experiences, any kind of other spiritual. No, it came through being in my body because I couldn't run away from anything that what my mind was throwing at me in those days. So, and the technique itself just really, really helped bring me in my body. And I really, really appreciate that part. So now I am going to end because I said, I've noticed I do this. I say, I'm going to end now and and then I find something else to talk about. But that is okay. I love myself anyway. So thank you for watching. Whoever's watching, the 3 people. Goodbye.